Have you ever stopped to think about those seemingly small expenses that add up and significantly affect your financial situation? Have you ever felt like all the money you've earned slips through your fingers? Have you wondered what the first things you should change in your finances are to start improving them? In this fast-paced world full of temptations, it's easy to fall into spending patterns that can leave you in financial trouble without even realizing it. Today, we will look at the foolish expenses that can make you poorer day by day and damage your finances. From impulsive purchases to unused subscriptions, we will explore 25 common habits that might be silently undermining your financial stability. Are you ready to discover how to avoid falling into these financial traps? Let's look at these spending habits and learn how to avoid them to build a more solid and prosperous financial future. Before diving into the 25 foolish expenses that make you poor, let's understand the real problem behind them and why people fall into these traps. Foolish expenses can be influenced by various psychological factors that can lead people to make unhealthy financial decisions. Here's the psychology behind these expenses. Impulse and instant gratification. Often, foolish expenses are driven by the desire for instant gratification. People may feel the need to buy something at the moment without thinking about the long-term consequences. This can be due to the pursuit of positive emotions or the desire to temporarily relieve stress or anxiety by purchasing something that makes them feel good immediately. Social pressure and comparison. Social pressure and the desire to compare oneself with others can also influence foolish expenses. People may feel the need to buy certain products or services to fit in or to maintain a certain social image. This can lead to impulsive or unnecessary purchases simply to maintain an external appearance or to compete with others. Advertising and marketing. Advertising and marketing can significantly influence foolish expenses by creating a sense of need or desire in consumers. Advertising strategies are designed to evoke emotions and create positive associations with specific products or services, leading to impulsive purchases based on emotional persuasion rather than actual need. Lack of self-control and planning. A lack of self-control and the inability to adequately plan expenses can also contribute to foolish expenses. People may struggle to resist the temptation to buy something they don't really need, especially when faced with impulsive situations or when exposed to external stimuli that trigger the desire to purchase. Emotional disconnect from money. In the age of digital money and credit cards, it's easier to lose sight of the emotional connection with money. This can lead to a spend now, worry later attitude or a lack of awareness about the true magnitude of expenses. The lack of emotional connection with money can make people more prone to spend impulsively without thinking about the long-term financial consequences. To combat this effect, try to pay for everything you can with cash. This way, you'll be more aware of what you spend and the money that goes away. Now that you know the psychology behind these expenses and why people keep falling into them, let's look at the 25 foolish expenses that keep you poor and create your system to avoid them. Impulsive purchases. Impulsive purchases are those where you buy something without having previously planned it and often without considering if you really need it. This can significantly affect your budget over time since the money spent on impulsive purchases could have been allocated to more important needs or savings. For example, buying an item on sale just because it's available, even if you don't really need it. Street coffee and beverages. Buying coffee or other beverages on the street may seem like a small daily indulgence, but the costs quickly add up. Spending on these small comforts can significantly impact your monthly and annual budget, especially if you do it frequently. Eating out frequently. Regularly eating out can be expensive. While it's nice to socialize and enjoy food prepared by others, doing it too often can make you spend much more than necessary. Preparing your meals at home can be a more economical and healthier way to eat. Unused subscriptions. Monthly subscriptions to services you don't really use can be a waste of money. It's important to regularly review your subscriptions and cancel those you're not using to avoid unnecessary spending. Gambling and lottery. Participating in gambling and buying lottery tickets are quick ways to lose money. The odds of winning are generally very low, so it's unlikely you'll recoup your investment. It's better to avoid this type of spending and allocate your money to more useful things or savings. Compulsive online shopping. Online shopping can be tempting due to its convenience and ease of access. However, it's important to resist the temptation to buy things you don't really need, as this can lead to unnecessary spending and debt accumulation. Bank fees and overdraft charges. Not properly monitoring your finances can lead to bank fees and overdraft charges, which can quickly add up. It's important to keep track of your transactions and ensure you have sufficient funds in your account to avoid these charges. Excessive use of delivery services. While delivery services can be convenient, their excessive use can be costly. It's important to limit their use and reserve them for special occasions to avoid unnecessary spending. Convenience store purchases. Convenience stores often have higher prices than traditional supermarkets, which can make you spend more than necessary on basic products. It's important to plan your purchases in advance and shop where prices are lower. Unused gym memberships. Paying for a gym membership without using it regularly is a waste of money. If you rarely go to the gym, consider canceling your membership and looking for more economical ways to exercise. You can work out on the street or at home until you develop the habit of exercising, and then it will be worth signing up for the gym. If you are enjoying this video and want to support the channel, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. And if you are really committed to eliminating these habits and taking control of your finances, comment "foolish expenses eliminated" in the comments. Bulk purchases. Sometimes people are attracted by buy in bulk and save offers, but it's not always a good idea. Often, they buy more than they need, resulting in waste of money and products that may expire before you use them. Luxury pet expenses. While pets are an important part of many families, spending on unnecessary luxuries for them can significantly impact your budget. Things like designer clothes for pets or expensive toys can be foolish expenses that could be better allocated to more important needs. Buying premium brands at the supermarket. Often, premium brands at the supermarket have much higher prices than generic or lower cost brands. Opting for premium brands may seem like a quality choice, but in reality, you're paying more for the same product without necessarily getting additional benefits. Excessive spending on social events. Attending social events like parties, dinners, and nights out can be expensive. While it's important to socialize and enjoy the company of friends and family, spending excessively on events can negatively impact your budget and lead to financial problems. Buying seasonal items at full price. Buying seasonal items at full price can be a financial mistake. Many stores offer significant discounts on seasonal items once the season has passed, so waiting can save you a lot of money on your purchases. Spending on fast fashion and passing trends. Fast fashion and passing trends can be tempting, but spending on clothes that will soon go out of style can be a waste of money. Instead of following the latest trends, opt for classic, quality garments that will stand the test of time. Spending on unnecessary beauty and personal care products. Spending on unnecessary beauty and personal care products can quickly add up. Before buying expensive products, consider if you really need them and if there are more economical alternatives available. Emotional or comfort purchases. Many people turn to shopping as a form of comfort or to feel better emotionally. However, these emotional purchases often result in unnecessary and sometimes impulsive spending. It's important to address the underlying emotions instead of spending money to feel better temporarily. Spending on the latest electronic accessories. Keeping up with the latest electronic devices can be expensive. While it may be tempting to have the latest and greatest, it's often unnecessary. Opting for older models or looking for refurbished devices can save you a lot of money without sacrificing too much in terms of functionality. Spending on extravagant gifts. While it's natural to want to give meaningful gifts to your loved ones, spending on extravagant gifts can negatively impact your budget. It's important to set reasonable limits and budgets for gifts and look for options that are meaningful but affordable. Buying brand name products instead of generic. Often, people opt for brand name products because they believe they are of better quality, but this is not always true. Generic products are usually just as good as brand name ones but at a lower price. Opting for generic products can help you save money without sacrificing quality. Excessive transportation costs. Depending on where you live, transportation can be one of the biggest monthly expenses. Using shared or public transportation services instead of driving your own car every day can help you save money on gas, maintenance, and parking. Overbuying during sales and promotions. Sales and promotions may seem like an opportunity to save money, but they can also lead to impulsive purchases and unnecessary spending. Before taking advantage of an offer, ask yourself if you really need the item and if you would buy it at full price. If not, you might be better off without it. Buying perishable goods in large quantities. Buying perishable goods in large quantities may seem like a good idea to save money in the short term, but if you don't consume them before they spoil, you'll end up wasting money. It's important to buy only what you need and consume it before it expires. Spending on premium memberships and subscriptions. Many companies offer premium memberships and subscriptions that promise additional benefits, but they often end up being more costly and less beneficial than they initially seem. Before subscribing to a premium membership or subscription, make sure you really need and will use the additional benefits it offers. In summary, foolish expenses can go unnoticed in daily life, but their impact on your financial situation can be significant. From impulsive purchases to unused subscriptions, these habits can silently erode financial stability. The psychology behind these expenses reveals impulses such as instant gratification, social pressure, advertising influence, lack of self-control, and emotional disconnect from money, all of which can lead to unhealthy financial decisions. By understanding these motivations, it is possible to identify and avoid these unnecessary expenses, thus building a more solid and prosperous financial future. Now that we understand the psychology behind these expenses, it's important to recognize the specific habits that contribute to this situation. Among these are impulsive purchases, excessive consumption of street coffee and beverages, and frequently eating out. Additionally, unused subscriptions, gambling, and buying in bulk can also deplete the budget. By avoiding these financial traps, you can start regaining control of your finances and work towards a more stable future. Finally, it's essential to understand that changing spending habits requires conscious and deliberate action. By evaluating personal expenses and applying strategies to avoid financial temptations, you can establish a new system that promotes responsibility and savings. By focusing on real needs, avoiding impulsive purchases, and maintaining a balanced budget, you can build a solid foundation for a more prosperous financial future free of debt. After watching this video, you will become aware of the bad habits in spending and be able to take appropriate measures to change them. Remember, every small spending decision counts, and by making more conscious and thoughtful choices, you can start building a path towards financial stability. Whether it's reducing your impulsive purchases, canceling unused subscriptions, or opting for generic products instead of expensive brands, every change you make can make a difference in the long run. So go ahead, take control of your finances, set clear goals, and work diligently to achieve them. With a little discipline and focus, you can free yourself from those foolish expenses and build a brighter financial future for yourself and your loved ones. Remember, every step towards financial responsibility brings you closer to economic freedom and security. If you like this video and want to support the channel, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. And if you are committed to eliminating these bad spending habits, comment "foolish expenses eliminated" in the comments.